Kylian Mbappé arrives at this international break not merely as a scorer of goals, but as the pulse of a team that expects to win. Fresh from a season that crowned him European Golden Boot winner, he steps into the captain's role with a weight that extends beyond shirt and armband. It is the expectation of an entire nation and the strategic hopes of a manager who must turn individual brilliance into collective results. These next fixtures against Ukraine and Iceland are clean in number but complex in consequence. Points on a table, yes, but also mood changers, selectors' questionnaires, and crucially, litmus tests for leadership. Mbappé has spoken about maturing, about learning to be a unifier and leaving space for teammates to emerge. That evolution is at the heart of what we watch now. On paper, his raw numbers are intimidating. The Golden Boot, goals early in the new club season, the kind of form that forces opponents to change plans and teammates to adapt. But international football asks different questions. It demands that a superstar become an organiser, a calmer voice, a consistent presence when the crowd's roar or the referee's whistle seeks to destabilise a side. Can Mbappé be both the mercurial match winner and the stabilising captain who helps a younger core grow? The answer will come in phases, in his runs, his passes, the way he pressures defenders, but also in subtler moments. When to drop deep, when to let a colleague take a penalty, when to speak up in the dressing room. Didier Deschamps' recent comments underline that this is not a unilateral change. The coach describes a fresher Mbappé, someone who appears more physically ready than last year and who can be trusted to lead the line. That trust is a double-edged sword. It opens up tactical options. France can press higher, attack more fluidly, rely on Mbappe's ability to unbalance defences, but it also increases the burden on squad management. Mbappé himself has spoken candidly about the calendar's cruelty, wondering aloud whether players can perform at their peak across 60 matches in a year and calling for more rest. That admission is revealing because it shows self-awareness, a captain concerned with his own output and with the longevity of the group. Against Ukraine and Iceland, the practical tests are immediate. Ukraine bring a physically robust, defensively disciplined unit that will try to frustrate stars and force France to break them down methodically. Iceland, while more compact, will be dangerous on the counter and in set pieces. Mbappé's role must therefore be versatile. He will be chased, double-covered, sometimes isolated. His job will be to create space for others and to punish the gaps that open when opponents overcommit. The supporting cast matters. Who accompanies him in midfield? Which fullbacks are given license to overlap? Which youngster is afforded minutes to grow? France's future depends on those choices as much as on Mbappé's finishing. Off the pitch, leadership is also about succession and legacy. Mbappé has spoken of leaving room for new leaders. That suggests a captain who sees beyond one campaign. If he can shepherd rising talents while still delivering decisive moments, his tenure will be judged not only by trophies, but by the stability and identity he builds within Les Blues. If France stumbles in these qualifiers, critics will point to the overload of top players and question squad depth. If Mbappé leads them to commanding performances and points, the narrative will shift. This is the captain who turned club momentum into national momentum. Either way, these matches are more than a pair of fixtures. They are chapters in Mbappé's captaincy story and in France's roadmap to the next major tournament. So tonight, watch every touch, listen to the manager's choices, and follow how Mbappé shapes not only chances but character. Because if a player who once dominated headlines for sheer speed and scoring can also anchor a team with calm, vision and sacrifice, then France's prospects look very different. If he cannot, the spotlight will reveal the limits of talent without the glue of leadership. The outcome will ripple far beyond 90 minutes. It will affect selection, mood, and how the world scopes France's ambitions on the road to the World Cup.